Yes, if you don't know God for yourself, I mean, it gets very scary out here. And that's one of the things I'm going to get into right now of spirituality. And yes, I just need a good husband, of course, and God will send me one for sure. Top of the live on TikTok, Instagram. You can get me on Dr. Patsy on there. Sometimes I take my breaks. You know what I'm saying, because I'm only one person, and sometimes it gets very overwhelming and all of that and addictive. Social media can be very addictive. I'm telling you, and if you don't know how to manage yourself, again, tech way. That's why it's good to serve God, because you're gonna get take away. You're gonna take away. So those are the things I'm gonna speak on tonight. Um, Getting into that um about spirituality. And in one of my books that I have out right now, I'm gonna just get right down into it because I like to get things spoken of right away. I have to get it um done right away and spoken of right away and everything like that, because definitely um thank you for liking lifer. Click on anyone coming in, Dr. Patsy's live. Share the live also to whosoever is out there. Share the live, share the live, share the live, share the live. It's 2026, people, to work together. Work it together. Work it together. And everything. I love this dress. This is a nice dress, eh? Brightens me up. Brighten up the day on the 6th day of January. So yeah, speaking of Christianity and spirituality, I want to get into the book of this. This is my personal book, my memoir, my journal, and speaking on the topic of spiritual attacks. Now, I always speak on this because I'm always getting attacked. Because you see, when the enemy sees that you are destined for greatness, you're always gonna. They're just gonna be always at your neck. They're gonna be always at you. And if you don't know how to spiritually fight, okay, and it's always the chosen ones. If you don't know how to spiritually fight in the name of the Most High and Yeshua HaMashiach, Jesus Christ of Nazareth, they will always come after you. Thank you, Natural Harmony. They will always come after you. So go out there and get my book. It's on Amazon. It's called The Girl Beyond Spirituality, Rising Out of the Dungeon by Charlotte Brown, Dr. Patsy. Okay. If you don't know how to get out of it, and they're always going to be, and the enemies always choose the ones closest to you, such as family members, our church members, or community members, people that is always close to you, and everything like that. And I'm always going to talk about this topic because it's been happening to me for the past over 20 years till now, till recently. And I'm going to read you a page, just a paragraph of what I've been going through leading up to recently. And you got to know God for yourself. Because if you don't know God for yourself, I mean, it's scary. Whether you're going through abuse at your home or some type of molestation, incest, because people do mess with their own people in the house. You don't know that? Yeah, it's true. And to get out of these situations, you gotta have to give your life to God and get some help. Okay? Get some help. So on this page called Spiritual Attacks, again, get my book, guys, out there. Get on me on the Dr. Patsy Naturalist on the YouTube, okay? YouTube. And it was just Sarah was said, I didn't not know and I didn't understand the things back then. And I was under serious attacks, which led to confusion, which led to me not having be able to be steady into what I need to do, such as careers. So that's what certain people look at me like, "What are you doing? Like, why are you this and that? What are you Why are you so confused? Why are you so depressed? Why are you so stressed? Why are you so this? Why are you that?" Because I was under the attacks from the enemy. And when you're destined for greatness, you're going to be always be under attacks from the enemy and everything, but you got to know how to spiritually fight. So what you do is you specifically ask God to take up the warfare for you so that you be able to stand through it. And if it wasn't for God, I am a walking testimony for God because I'll be 6'6". I'm telling you that. Livingly telling you that. Even up to recently. All right. And don't worry, the next one is going to come out. And I was plagued in with different spirits sent to me. I was plagued with different spirits sent to me. Get the book, guys, on Amazon. Get the book on Amazon. My website is Naturalist Clinic. See, naturalistclinic.com. You can get the book on there also. And I also have some drinks on there, herbs. I'm a herbal lady. They call me the tea lady. They call me the tea lady, clinical herbalist practitioner. So I was plagued with different spirits sent to me. I was spiritually, sexually raped by demons, not knowing that was going on with me, causing vaginal bleeding. And I was going through long periods of times, and people and teachers were telling me I was being attacked, and I didn't even understood all these type of things. And these things was going on from since I was early as I remember, from my late teens, such as 18, 19, 20, to just in my 30s. I'm in my 30s now. And it goes on and it sees to talk about I went to go to church and I prayed to the Most High. And that's how it was revealed to me and by the others, the prior warriors, telling me and teaching me of what when was going on with me. All right. Glory be to God. All praises to the Most High God who made the heavens and the earth. And it was even at that time I was a Rasta, a long Rastafarian. And I was Haile Selassie, beat drum, everything. Right. And I could say that I could say that I could say that I was Rasta in a way did save my life because I was always sticking to the positivity and the goodness and everything. And then I said, okay, because I grew up in a Christian church, a Christian home, and so forth. And I was Rastafarian that I went into by having long locks and all of these things. And then afterwards, I went into, and all of this is in the book. Afterwards, I went into, uh, going to Rasta after Christianity. And then afterwards, I went back into Christianity. Society will call it Christianity, but I call it just a child of the Most High. Okay. And then that's how I went into that, um, by God saving my life from literally from the death's doors. And it was in dreams. The attacks came from a family member, a sibling. First, she did things to me when I was a young child, when I was a small child. And I didn't understand what she was doing to me until when I start to realize, okay, she's being always on top of me. Why? Okay, I didn't understood. And till even recently, we were praying, and I was praying, and a next confirmation from a next godly person came to me and said, you were molested, but it's time to close that door to that molestation. And up to this day, she's still denying that she did not do so. And it's a woman, okay? A sibling. These things are real. And it left, and I said it to the next sibling, and they said that is a spirit that left onto you, and it's true. And then I'm sitting down here and I was wondering, contemplating, why have I not found what I need to find, such as relationship? Why is there different partners? Why am I having dreams? Why am I having bad dreams? Why am I going through all these things? Right. The EIC is spiritual warfare test. And I was sitting down there and I said, okay, I have to get myself help. And I remember in the word we were talking about, even, and this all happened within recently in 1 month. from December till now. Uh, and it was even, this is how I know how God is really working and confirming everything with me is by I'm going to church and they're reconfirming everything what I've been praying for. And it was said into Matthew's, was it Matthew's? Lord God, I can't remember the chapter, but it says, but when Christ cast out the demon out of the this boy, he rose him out again. And when his disciples asked him, how comes we can't do that? And Christ said, this only can go by fasting and prayer. Okay? And that's just the way it goes. Okay? When you have Christ, when you be talking to Christ, and when you're dealing with Christ, no weapons formed against you shall prosper. Yes, you can see it, and of course, He's going to open your eyes to see what is going on out there after you and everything like that, because you're dealing with God. People saying, oh, she will people. Me, for go spend money, for go at people, for go get help. No, I'm not doing something there, right? It's those things are costly. Okay, I don't understand how people can, and God is angry with the wicked every day. So I don't understand how people can be just get up every day and do all this whole heap of wickedness, and then afterwards call it a day. And it costs money. It costs money. Hey, yes, make up my braider, my hairstylist, Nicolette NS braids. She does braids. She's in the west of Toronto. You guys can go check her out. So these are all the things. And the tech attacks were from a woman from the States on the social media. She was doing attacks. Thank you. Thank you for she was doing spending spiritual warfare attacks, witchcraft, which actually with my pictures, and I keep on noticing my dream, and I keep on praying. I said when to go to church and everything. And I was like wondering, why am I getting this type of dreams, and why am I bleeding? Huh? All of this is in the book, guys. Go and get it. And I went and got myself delivered, and I got myself rebaptized and consecrate myself back in God. And this was way back in, was it 2018? 2018. The first attacks I had was back in 2011, 2008 to 2011. Never known, understood why I was bleeding so much, start to grow polyps and all these things, and in my uterus, and yet my mother doesn't have those things because everything's genetics, right? You have to go by genetics and all of that, right? And I never realized, and I keep having these weird dreams all the time. Thank you, Braider. God bless you. Thank you for topping up my live. Yes, share the live, top up the live. Thank you guys so much. Um, and and also you guys can watch this video on the Dr. Patsy channel on the YouTube. Okay, don't forget on YouTube. All right, you guys can catch me there and everything like that. You guys can catch me there on everything. Thank you. Get up to 1,000. It's my year. Be fruitful. Thank you. And there, a keeper trainer starting off, so I didn't understand those type of things was going on with me. But that was the first attack what I had in 2011, and then the second attack was similar to that, which was back in 2018, and everything like that. Now going back to where the sibling had messed with me when I was a young child, back in my younger days, those things open up portals and access for other things to come into your way and everything like that. And I didn't understand these things until just in my early, not even, was it early 30s or just before my 30s, I start to understood what spiritual warfare is and attacks. I used to see people get delivered and everything, but I didn't understood it. I didn't understand it. I didn't know what it is to be spiritually attacked or possessed or whatever the case would be and all these things. But this is the things where I was going through, and it's all in my book. So that's why I was reading. I'm just reading all this page for you, but I didn't. And from the Most High Trinity, the Trinity God, the Triune God. So God the Father, God the Son, and God the Holy Spirit. That's all I believe in you. Okay, and his holy angels that he sent forth. Now, of course, he can send you that ancestors to open your eye, like to you warn you in dreams, like say if somebody go pass away and everything. And my mom was actually warning me of stuff because she's passed on, and I didn't understood until it just ticked my mind and said, okay, this is what it is all about. That I being attacked, confirmed again, including will Most High show me stuff. So spirituality is a very heavy, heavy thing, and you need to understand and have ask God for knowledge, understanding, and wisdom to understand what is going on or interpret things for you. Right? So that's when God started to open up my eyes and make me understood because I was totally blind. Yes, you be going to church and all the things, but people are still being blind and don't understand spiritual warfares and how to deal with it. So that's how and that's how I got myself back into being saved and rebaptized and everything like that and so forth. But people didn't understand what I was going through back then. But now I got the revelation and explaining what the things that I've been experiencing till this day. Till I said, you know what? Time to bind up now and to get more serious. You understand? So out of the pits, God has taken me out, and most of the attacks were on my private area. Um, by this one sibling that opened those doors to for me being more attacked and everything by my underwears and clothes. And that's how things were messing with me and by others to do other things to me. So yes, not by just only her I got messed up by, but other couple people I got messed up by also. And these also can these type of spiritual attacks and spiritual warfares can also open up doors to you having different sex partners. Okay. I don't even want to say too much on the live, but I don't know. Oh wow. Let me say it already. Uh and can lead to having different partners and not having a steady relationship, not having a marriage or anything of yourself because of these portals are open in your life, and you need to know, go to God and get them shut out completely, forever, permanently, right? And that's the reason why I myself has been experiencing those things because of the situations that I have been going through. And now that I am delivered, and I'm clearly happy for that, and I praise God for that, I'm here to share my story and to speak about it of how things are in the spiritual realms and how things have been going for me. So that's why I pressed on this, and it was also confirmed again to keep on pressing for this book for others to see, because people has bought this book. It has sold about 25 copies, 25 copies, right? I think, yeah, I believe. And people has relate to what I have been going through. People has broke down from it. People has what's it called, got delivered or starting to get their deliverance and healing from it. All right. So therefore, go to my Amazon. All right. You can even go on my page, um, my website, naturalistclinic.com, and it's actually on the, when you go down on the drop down, you will see shop book, and it will, you can get it on there, and it will lead you to getting the book on there. It's only $20. $20. I don't know how much is in American, but okay. and and so forth. Don't expect my book is just is a journal. Okay. Yeah, spiritual attacks and empires. And what happened is that it is not no filtered or polished book. And sometimes you gotta need to have some unique writers out there where they just don't have to be bothered with this whole bunch of polished stuff, and but just as long as they get the word out there, out there. And I'm one of those where I'm just like, you mean I have to go through this, to this to get there? No, me just write it out and make it see it for yourself, and that is it. And ask us God for to do for direction, right? And it's not just being as about being in Christianity, is being the child of the Most High, because the word Christianity, I know out there, this is in society. As soon as you say that, they'll be like, "No, we don't know about you," because it's so played out. Because many people have got hurt by the churches. A lot of people has been hurt in so many ways, by the Christianity and stuff like that, and going to church and everything like that, and so forth. So sometimes you gotta for just let them know what it is, okay? And it's all about just dealing with the Most High and on a daily basis, and 7 days of the week. Okay, this is not no 1 day business. But then again, go out and get this book. As I was leading into, um, on the first one of my first shows of the year is about spiritual warfares, and I was led to really speak on it and emphasize on it, about it, because it's an ongoing thing in many people's lives today. Okay, and it opens a lot of issues. So anything in the spiritual realms work out to be in the flesh. Okay, again, it can lead to other bad activities. We're not going to get in much explanation what bad activities. And any one of you guys will like to read more, again, go on my website, naturalistclinic.com, and find it, or go on Amazon. Amazon's kind of hard to look for it, but it leads you right to the Amazon link and everything. And just deal with that. And then again, as I was saying, was talking about relationships. Okay. Again, this type of issue leads to bad relationships, not having something steady in your life, abusive relationship, domestic, um, incest. Sleeping with your own. What do you call it? Family rama. Uh, Bagan. Yeah, that a crisis. And um, but Lord, and sexual immorality, meaning that it's being dealing with same sex stuff and whatever. Okay, well, we can't talk much about that on here, but those things like lead to all of those, suffer, leads to poverty, leads to slavery. This is a long list of things that uh these attacks can open up things in your life. Find out, or financial, you're wondering why every time you get money, it's just never staying, and everything. No matter how much you what's it called? Yeah, pay your tithes. Yeah, do this. Yeah, do that, and it's just the money's just not staying. So it's just like, it's again, attack, right? So you guys should just know how to uh take a take hold and take control of yourself. Take control of yourself and all of that. No, thank you, thank you, my great Nicolette. And so come back and do my here over there, come, I have to work for the money. But that's what I was really led on today, to really speak on that issue. And that's why you see so many confusion going on in the world right now. And man, them scarce, more women out there than men, obviously. And um but just it just goes on. It's just a sad thing, and then it leads to the word pedo, yeah, the long list of stuff. But look out for the next book that's coming out soon. Drop. And my next song called Trot Along in this time, and I'm gonna make you guys play hear it soon. Trot Along. And producer said me I have to fix it up better, but okay. I might go and do so. But yeah, look out for that and so forth. But yeah, for me personally, right now, I'm taking care of me. I'm not gonna be out there as much as before because of my health. I need to take care of also, right? Um, and I'm just continue to live what I need to live and be what I need to be and do what I needs to do. Okay. But yeah, just do so. And on the same Instagram, Dr. Patsy, DRPATZI, you can get me on there also. And on the YouTube channel, Dr. Patsy. Okay. But get me on there and don't feel afraid to continue to show your support. And I thank you guys for my support and all of that because it's really been, what do you call it? It's been a rocky road. And that's why one of my songs is called Trot Along. It's a, I try to make it sound like an old time song. And you know, you can go and put in type in Dr. Patsy on all platforms, and you'll find all my music on there. DRPATZI. I can find it on there. The posture. They call me the posture. Okay, and that's about it. But that's one of the pages I was talking about in here. Um, about the spiritual attacks. Okay, and the spiritual attacks does lead to so many things in the body too, as well as a female. It does cause fibroids. It does cause fibroids too, also. So certain people don't come to me about they have. I remember this one lady said to me, since she got married to a certain man, certain times when certain people can cause certain things in your life and they don't even understand that when she would start dealing with a certain an individual man, the man start to she start to experience fibroids and all things all of a sudden. She never had that before. So sometimes people can bring certain spirits to you and cause certain stuff. Then again, it is as we as healers, because myself is a healer, we know that when you mess with somebody that has fibroids and transfer it to somebody else, that can also lead to in a physical way too. Okay, so fibroids is something that can be in a way contagious. We as other believers, we know that, but not every it's not researched or out there like that as yet. Okay, but we as healers, we know certain things um can happen and may happen, right? Besides spiritual, and of course the spiritual world, because anything in the spiritual world, if it's not physical, it's spiritual, vice versa, right? So we have to know how to deal with that spiritual ties. It's a long list. I'm telling you, it's serious, because remember, said God is a spirit, and He made us from the earth, and it's our flesh is actually, I believe, it's made spiritually. So how He knows to put the liver here and the heart there and all of these things, and when we go back into the earth, we are go back to dust. So that's one of the major thing, that spirituality is a heavy topic, and not a lot of people is going to understand that, and that's why it's going to be heavy. But of course, now that I have my time off, you guys can catch me on here every Tuesday. Pick up yourself, K Will. Happy New Year yourself and happy birthday. Um, what happened is every other weekend I will try to do this and talk about this book. Again, you guys go out there and get this book on the Amazon. Go on my naturalistclinic.com website and go and get this book because it's very serious. Okay. Um where we were just talking about the spiritual attacks and everything like that. So definitely it's a big topic. And for me personally, coming from molestation, such as rape, abuse. I've been I've been there, and it has opened up doors for things that is not acceptable. Okay, so go out there and get this book, and reach out to me. All right, I'm gonna be here again, probably by now and next week again. Today's what, Tuesday, January 6th already. Mighty God, Jaja. 49 plays. Wow. Okay. So so this is one of my songs. Gonna haven't officially released it yet, but I will. I'm charting this lonely journey. I'm praying to the Most High, leaving all heavy loads behind. So shout along through these toils, the scars will bear. But shout along through these prayers and tears, the scares. Oh, shout along. No sir got me, angels kept me through these hills and valleys. Uh-huh. So I'm gonna release the song again soon, so you guys can start listening hard. But you guys can go on my Dr. Patsy page and start listening to it more if you like the vibe. Since I'm me bound, I'm seeing to the way out. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Nicolette. This road, uh, so I'm gonna get it properly done and sorted out. I'm shutting these roads. Thank you. So yeah, yes, dear. So that is about it. All right. So it's going on 10:30, and I think I'm gonna wrap up soon. So I want you guys to keep in touch. Follow me on this page, TikTok, and I have also next page called The Naturalist Missionary, where I do more of scriptures on there and more of singing and so forth, and praise and worship and all these things, and yeah, giving all the praises out to the God. Yeah, serious, but serious, man. Serious like a judge. I know. You guys like this hairstyle? It looks nice on me, eh? I swear, this is how my mother looks. This is exactly how my mother looks. Every time I look at myself, I'm like, Lord, oh God, I just see me, I look fun. Oh my gosh. All right. I'm wrapping up in 4 minutes. Anybody has any questions? Like, you take advantage of the comments. Yeah, message me. Thank you, Nick. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so anybody has any questions, pass it through. Again, thank you guys all to communities. I've been and for the teas. Okay, so anybody have questions on any teas? So herbal teas, what I have right now is a woman tonic, which a woman tonic is really helpful. Helps to balance out our hormones as females, and it helps to help with our liver, our immune system, our uterus, and so for just maintaining ourselves. Yeah. So dandelion is my major friend, and that should be for every woman and men of course, because what dandelion does is anti-inflammatory herb, and it helps with inflammation in the body, helps to detox the liver. Even if you don't have fatty liver, okay, it doesn't matter because I'm a pro at for fatty liver, like fatty liver professional. You know what I'm saying? But what happened is that dandelion helps to get rid of the inflammation, um, make you pee it out. It makes you do it's just a cleanser. Um, alongside with neem. Neem is a next herb in Jamaica. We call it's actually from India also. And neem is antiseptic, anti-inflammatory, antibacterial, antimicrobial. It's a very good herb, and if you combine those two together, those two will make you actually pass a lot of inflammation out of your body because it helps with that. Now everybody's keep on talking about this duck flower. Now, see, we as herbalists, we don't like to give out our dosages, but we got to know how to take certain herbs out there. And when you guys are dealing with herbs, please come to the ones that are the ones that, like myself, that knows what they're doing. Because I find that a lot of people now is going out there and buying these herbs and wanting to don't know what they're doing. They go and read up these things, and that's okay, and that's okay. You go and read up your things and everything on there, but it's just like, do you know the dosage? Do you know the what are you doing? How long to do it for? And you know what I'm saying? And then cost another thing, right? So please do go to a herbalist or naturopathic like myself for guidance on dealing with herbs and so forth. And now, see, as we as herbalists now, some of the herbs is not available. Uh, it has decreased. So definitely go out there and get yourself out there and know what you're dealing with the herbs and everything. The next thing is man bubba roots. The bubba roots, them I have also are men bubba roots. Um, as I was just saying, men tonic I call it, just as the same as woman tonic. So the man tonic now is good for man them immune system, liver, your kidneys, and all of that, right? People wants me to know, and so and the liver herbs also, the liver warrior herbs I have measure for like a washout and cleansing your body. Okay, so definitely, guys, um, look out for my brand anywhere you go. Dr. Patsy, Naturalist Clinic, yellow, big and bright, yellow, and you can't miss me. You can't miss me. Thank you for following me, King Yem, and my all my watchers out there. I don't know who's this guy. But big up yourself for watching me all along. And so forth. But I'm gonna come out here with more juicy topics, and anybody wants any juicy topics to talk about, you can also join me on live, and you can also come as a guest or as thing there, talk on what you want to talk on. I'll be doing a little fashion stuff, and I'll be doing baking. Sometimes you have to take your hand on fashion, but baking is in my blood. So you know, probably like baking buns because Easter's coming up right now. So time of Easter, which is the first time of the year. And my next thing to look out for, please, is my sexual health education workshop. When somebody says education, what does that mean? Obviously, you're teaching them, right? Yeah, it's like when you're back in school, like um, that will be coming up in May of this year. So help me God, by the blood of Jesus, it come. And yeah, look out for that. You guys gotta start looking out for more flyers on that too, because I'm gonna be doing more of flyers and everything. So book, song, event, yeah, everything. All right, it's 10:30 now. So I kind of love this AI business. I like it's telling me everything. Lynette, I don't know who Lynette is, but big up yourself, Lynette, for keep on watching. All right, 10:30, exactly 40 minutes to talking to you guys. Take care. Love you.